And I'm back. Some more Final Fantasy XI. Continuing Chains of Promathia. Let's see here. To at least get to mission 4. There's 8 total chapters. I mean, the last 2-5 at the moment, I believe. Ancient Vows. Two giant scales. From here I go to here. Suppose it's there. Go north. A werewolf. Whoa, sky looks fucking awesome. Here, I want to get that crystal up there. It's up there. I was hoping to be a notorious monster. Diatrima. Is that on the other side? Okay. There'll be a reason why that checkpoint's there. Or the home point, I should say. Let's see. Okay, now we hit south. It's a man trap. Wait. I'm confused. Could be here? Did I went the wrong direction? Appears I did. Great. Excuse me. Whoa! What the hell happened here? Is this Kate Revere? What the hell is this thing? Rishi! Haha, I found you. Come on out. She found us, and boy, does she look mad. She's found us, and boy, does she look ugly. Ugly? That's what you'll be once. That's what you'll be once I'm done pounding your faces in. Now get out of here if you know what's good for you. Yes, off with you, children. Unless you want to see Prishi become truly upset. We'll go home, but only if Prishi promises not to punish us. Punish you? Go home now and I might just not kill you. How many times have I told you that you're too young to go off adventuring on your own? Exactly. Do you not remember the last time you went out alone? It took over a month for your wounds to heal. And these are not the fields outside the Safehold. Who knows what horrors lie in the deeper parts of this strange place? Yeah, there might be some big hungry tiger with a craving for juicy taro hiding behind that tree right over there. Until I check this place out first, I want you three back in your rooms. Rishi, you're not worried about them at all, are you? You just... Hell right, I'm not worried. Why should I worry about what happens to those traitors? I don't care who they are. If they're in my way, they're not on my side. You're so mean. You're so terrible. You're so ugly. Ugly? Why, you little crips. I'll show you ugly. What the? Where did they go? Oh, when I get my hands on those three. Let us continue. We must try and catch up with them. Oh, cool. I want to get one of those. Right. My trusty party members. Ooh. I want to get one of this. A hippogriff. Oh, they look cool. You died too quick. What does that read? This feather grows on the tail of a hippogriff. Okay, where? Okay. Need to fight a couple of this. So I need 2 giant scales. I'm gonna throw away this obligar stuff. Go with the ninja. There's one. A wing? Come on, man. Give me a scale. You guys missed out all the fun. So that's where I need to go, but I need another scale before I go. A darner. Really? Oh wow. Okay. These look so cool. Right, bitches. It's a bunch over here. Oh my god. Of course, right? to go to E10. One of those corners, maybe? Whoa! Atomic cluster. They're going the wrong way. Okay, too weak. Yes. It says the majestic presence of a terrestrial avatar on the other side of the spatial displacement. No. No home point here, huh? Goblin footprint right there. Okay, just want to make sure. Huh? Where the hell is that singing coming from? This melody. Memoria de la Stona. How wonderful. Did not realize the clues still tread the soil of Vanadiel. Almighty conqueror of the skies, I never imagined that my people will have the opportunity to stand before you once again. Many millennia ago, when the gates of paradise were on the brink of opening, you sacrificed yourself and became the bar that held it shut. When I witnessed you fall to the North Sea. In the decades that passed since I arose from my sleep, I have never been as happy as I am this moment. I too feel the same, my Kulu companion. I will never forget the battles we fought side by side. Over the centuries, the world has become cluttered with several new forms of man. However, if the Kulu still exist, then I can assume our pact remains intact. Our pact. Of course, the will of evil has unlocked the door to the abyssal nightmare, unleashing the Keeper of the Apocalypse. And the darkness brought forth by the Keeper shall signal the end of the age of man. Darkness? The emptiness? Yes, I recall the Dawn Maiden, Evenoir, giving that name to the darkness. She succeeded in locating the source of the emptiness that lies within all mortals and immortals. And then she created the terrible chamber of Eventide and left it in the celestial capital. The Chamber of Eventide? Hmm? Hmm? This tower. Zillart! So it was not only the Kulu who survived. Whoa, what was that? These guys don't look like anything I've seen before. Rishi, things are starting to look a little crazy. I think it's time to make things a little more crazy. A lot more crazy. The girl. Ow. Prick. Mamet. No, you're not. Surprise! Foolish children. You will never break free from the chains of Promathia. It matters not how many times you come here, the result will be the same. Even with the power of the living immortals, your people will not be saved. You have already perished. The body you inhabit is nothing more than a decaying shell. Enough, Bahamut! We have not given up hope. We are alive. We were born for the purpose of living. The paradise of Altiu is no more, and the history of the Zillard is at an end. But now people will be set free, free from the chains of Promathia. Goodbye, Vanadiel. What has become of Bahamut? It seems he has transported himself elsewhere, but I believe he will return to that land. It is woven into the destiny of his kind. More importantly, Nagmolada, why did you go there? Was there something you wished to discuss with Bahamut alone? It was thanks to you that Bahamut slipped through our fingers. Are you concerned because I am a Kulu? Can you still not accept the fact that your people have fallen as far as mine? Your stance is foolish, given that this obstinacy is proof of your degradation. I am not concerned for you. What concerns me is the welfare of the people living in this world of Vanadiel. Is that so? Now that a certain personage has left this world, I wouldn't think there would be time for you to be concerned with others. To speak of your own shortcomings, Nakmolada, you have failed 3 times. The issues concerning the boy must be resolved. Do not worry. I know how to deal with him. And I have an idea on how to contain the emptiness as well. You're not serious. "51 seconds. South Gustaberg. Damn, really? Lena! Wake up, Lena. This is no time for napping. Maybe she's really dead. A flying boat? That's the contraption that dragged me all the way to this dusty hellhole. Hey, what up? Come back and fight like a man. A transient dream. Cool. I'm in South Gustaberg somehow. And I'll be right back. Okay, back. Mm-hmm. Oh, in Bastok Mines. But well, something before that though. Been wanting to do this for a while now. Somewhere around here. Clarion Star. Oh, him. You can call me Clarion Star. I come from Juno, the lovely city in the northeast that connects the Kuon and Mindarshan continents. So here's the deal. Yeah, blah blah, trust. I see you got a lesson of sorts in the Northern Nations. What have I got to lose? That's the kid, the spunk I like. No, there are always the odds of the basement confederate. They think the trust might be able to help bolster their forces, they say. Okay. Right to it. Speaking of Naji, are the Middle Musketeers and Metalworks. Alright. Let's complete this real quick. Oops, where am I going? Bastock? Metalworks? This stupid thing's so damn complicated. Come on, Naji. It'll be easy, Naji. Why did I even agree to this? Who exactly volunteered me, anyway? And now I've got someone bothering me. What is it? By Altana, someone has actually come to me about this trust thing. Taking the buffalo by the horns, are we? I suppose I can find some time in my busy schedule. Let me be upfront with you. I've got absolutely no idea how this works. They told me something about trust and friendship, but what exactly is that supposed to mean? But if it works, you'll be able to summon an alter ego. An alter ego of me who'll fight by your side, and let's be honest, who better than me? That's what I'm led to believe. Anyway, pretty amazing stuff. And since we've been through some interesting times together, it might be crazy enough to work. Remember that time Grandma asked you to reforge my father's sword? You better still have that axe I gave you. Sure. You sure got me through some tough times over the years, and I sure hate to hear that it's shoved haphazardly in the back of your mug locker, which it is. Ah, memories. If I were a weaker man, it might even bring me to tears. But the whole trust magic ordeal, memories alone don't make strong bonds. You're going to need a bit more than that. Iron Eater always called me dumb as a tree stump and simple as a wooden spear. But I'll have you know, I am both complex and intricate. So don't blame me if this fails. It's all on your head. Now concentrate, my compatriot. Focus on your feelings of trust and friendship. If you won't believe in me, then believe in the fact that I believe in you. Wait, what did I just say? This is all that it took. That idiot Clarion Star gave such a long explanation of swords that I was ready to stand here for hours and hours. But I'll be damned if it doesn't feel good. Let's try it out. Hey, you little... Get back here. Phew! That could have ended very badly. At least I can control that thing. Ha! Now I can guard two doors at the same time. Wait, why am I getting excited about that? I am the quintessential warrior, number 5 in the Mithril Musketeers hierarchy, And if I ever catch you referring to me as a doorman, I'll bite your head off. Ugh, this doorman thing hits a little too close to home. I'm pumped and ready to go. Now, to catch Ayame and tell her now, I really feel. Gah! I'm fine with this thing inheriting my many talents, but some things are better kept under wraps. Now, to keep it from getting me into trouble. Congratulations on your tremendous success. And before I forget, I got to give you this too. You earned it, pal. You can use it to summon an alter ego of the strongest Mythical Musketeer, me, at any time. But you don't need to cross the border to find out more. Some other people here in Bastock are participating, like Ayame. She knows you pretty well by now. Just give her a quick kick for me when you go see her. Look at his document about this new trust initiative. What would the Junior Institute of Magical Studies want with me? On the surface, it does not seem particularly dangerous. Oh wait. Okay, I'll have to learn Ayame and Bulker. Where is Ayame? K7 in Metalworks. Okay. Maybe not. It is a pleasure to... Oh, you have a Bastock Trust permit? I am assisting the Junior Institute of Magical Studies in gathering data on this new trust magic. One of my duties as a ranking member of the Mythical Musketeers is to ensure that we are ready for any eventuality. And it is my firm belief that this new discovery may serve us well. It is my fervent hope that it will aid us in our struggles against Beastmen Confederate. If not, perhaps it can at least be used to assist with some of our more menial tasks. If possible, I would like to enlist your aid in this endeavor. The very fact that you have chosen to visit me this day can only mean one thing: you wish to see whether you can call forth my alter ego. Let's give this a shot. Remember that this magic draws on the power of deeply personal bonds, which can both steady the heart and set it to racing. Let us think back once more to all that has transpired between us. You rescued me from the terrifying clutches of a dragon in one rune shrine. My alter ego is but a reflection of myself. Should you succeed in calling out to her, she will surely remember your deeds. Oh, and I would be loath to forget my younger sister, Katie. My father mentioned that it was your help that guided my sister down her path. Sometimes I talk with her about my mother, and somehow your name always comes up. Since you are here, what called you to participate in this grand experiment? You need not respond. I spoke for your benefit, not my own. Remember those feelings? Close your eyes, concentrate, and think. Have faith in you, and you truly shone brightly. A fitting conclusion, given all we have been through. Now you know what it is like to have a true bond with someone. Alright. Seriously? Oh. Oh, here. See, adventurer, you have a Bastock trust permit in your possession. As you're surely aware, the Mithril Musketeers have elected to participate in the Trust Initiative on behalf of the Juno Institute of Magical Studies. You come at the perfect time. I, Volker, serve the Mithril Musketeers as its captain. I hereby permit you to engage in the trust ritual with me. But first, a word of warning. Ayame and Naji always complain that I am prone to giving boring lectures. My alter ego naturally will be cut from the same cloth. Are you still sure you wish to engage in this bonding nevertheless? You will. That alone proves you feel a strong bond between us. Well, at the very least I feel a strong bond with you. How could I not, after you vanquished the Shadow Lord in Castle Zaval? And of course, you also heard what went on between Were and me. I can still feel him watching over me to this day. Yes, even though he felt that ascending to the rank of captain was Zeed's right. What's more, afterward you found what lay deep within the recesses of despair and hatred. I found myself with nothing but the utmost respect for you. But I suppose you didn't come here to be talked at for hours on end. I've said my piece. It's time for us to commence the ritual. Close your eyes and concentrate. Yes, I had faith in you. But this is wonderful. Take pride in your accomplishment today and go forth. Not just for the sake of my alter ego, but for Bastock and all Benediel. Oh, asshole. Oh ho, you have brought along a Bastock trust permit. This can only mean one thing. You wish to try the ritual with me? Naji and Ayame have been blustering all about it for weeks. It's fun. You should try it. Volker, for his part, has remained largely silent, but his gaze weighs heavy on my shoulders. I cannot help but think, is there a need for every Mithril Musketeer, down to a man, to participate? And what if it proves more sinister than it seems at first glance? It could bring down our entire group. Therefore, as the second in command, I felt it was my duty to refrain. But now, with the others on my case, it is time for me to search for an appropriate partner. You suggest that I try with one of those three? Have you not heard a single word I have said? I am completely fed up with them. It would be 100-fold less painful if we were with someone like you. So shall we try this? Excellent. Now, how should we proceed? Obviously, there must be a bit of trust involved. I suppose friendship would not hurt either. Trust. When I think about friendship, it reminded me of my master, Wade. You were instrumental in my mastery over the way of the axe. To find your calling, you must first think long and hard. When I ruminate upon friendship, one episode in particular comes to mind, when you helped me renew my ties with Rogrim and Daydog. With that out of the way, I suppose The time is 9. Allow me to lend you my services so that we may shelter the meek from the ills of this world. That is my wish as well, Lina. I know Vanadiel is safe in your capable hands. Cool. Alright, let's see. Ba-da-ba-ba. All right. Okay, so that's out of the way. Oh, shit. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Is that big hunk of junk yours? Huh? I said, is that thing yours? Don't make me repeat myself again. If you know what's good for you. This thing, do you mean the airship? No, I mean the funny thing you're wearing on your head. Of course I mean the airship. Well, yes, the airship was built by the Republic's top engineer, Sid. Alright, where is the Sid guy? Come on, bring him on out. If you're looking for Sid, he should be in his laboratory in the metalworks. Got it. And how the hell am I supposed to find this mental works place? Funny, I was just there too. You are joking me, right? I was just down there. Well, that was exciting. You look for that rude and crude little girl? Well, why didn't you say so? We thought she might go causing trouble, so we threw the vagrant into one of our holding cells. Lady Cornelia has been keeping the girl company. Master Seed, have you sustained any injuries? I'm fine. But it's our little guest that I'm worried about. She seems pretty confused and upset. I was going to let her rest a while before I tried talking to her. Oh, don't worry. She hasn't done anything wrong, and there are no plans of punishing her any further. She'll be let go once we sorted a few things out. Do you know what she was yelling about earlier? All this nonsense about airships and worm kings. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. What? Armored airships? Hooded scientists? Well, the scientists are probably the ones from Juno. As for the airships, all I can think is that they might be the ones modified for battle during the Great War. But that project was cancelled after the Allied forces defeated the Shadow Lord's armies. I know because I was a member of that project. 20 years ago, I get this invitation from the Duke himself to work on a secret project for the Duchy. Minus myself and a few other scientists from Windurst. All the rest of the people assigned to the project are these creepy, pale-faced men in dark, hooded robes. They rarely show their faces in public, but from what I saw, the knowledge and technology they possess was far superior to anything I had ever seen anywhere on Vanadiel. why the crystal propulsion unit that they had developed was years ahead of its time, but it required an energy source more powerful than that which the 8 elemental crystals found on Vanadil could provide. What were the Junoan scientists using to power their unit, and where did they discover that power? I was determined to find out, so I started watching them every chance I got. It wasn't long before I noticed that they were conducting a lot of strange experiments around the crack of them, but I couldn't put my finger on exactly what they were doing. And now they've restarted that project. But why are they sending the airships to Promathia? To catch Bahamut, that's why. Sid, this is Prishi. She's feeling much better than she was before. I think she's ready to talk. Thanks, Cornelia. So, Prishi, first, let me apologize for keeping you locked up for so long. No hard feelings, alright? But I need you to tell me, who is this Bahamut you keep talking about? Oh, you mean the Worm King? Well, everything was all fine and dandy until one day, all of a sudden, this huge dragon appeared over my hometown. We were going to meet this dragon and try to knock some sense into him, when out of nowhere, a huge airship contraption with all these guns and cannons flies up. We were right in the middle of giving the guys from the ship a sound beating until poof, and warped to this hellhole. What? You were actually fighting against the Dookie? Hey, we weren't just going to sit there and let them kill Bahamut. Anyway, it was Juno who took the first shots. If I only had a little more time, I could have found out what the Worm King meant when he was talking about the Keeper of the Apocalypse. Keeper of the Apocalypse. I've heard that name somewhere before. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I can sense that something big is going down. At the same time that the teleporter dam shattered, I heard a report of a giant dragon appearing over the sea north of Juno. If that dragon was actually Bahamut, then we can conclude that the two events are in some way connected. Then that's all the more reason to get back to Rivern and try meeting with the Worm King one more time. Come on, let's head for Juno. Juno? After all that's happened, why would you want to go there? I've got an old friend who works at the Ten Shuttle. If I ask him, he'll be more than happy to ready a boat back to Promathia. Well, I'll be seeing you guys around. Thanks for the hospitality. Hey, wait! How do you plan on traveling to Juno? Do you even know how far it is? What is this, another cutscene? All right. Wait right there. You must be extremely confident or extremely stupid to stroll back into Juneau like this, Elena. We just received final authorization from your home nation. You are under arrest. The charge is treason. How's a man supposed to sit back and enjoy a nice glass of Oppo Oppo brew with all this commotion? Now, is someone going to tell me what is going on here? Although I apologize for my sudden intrusion. We are not here to cause any trouble for your business. We have only come to escort this criminal back to the palace. Criminal? Ah, it's the dead lady. Hey, it's me. Don't you remember? Whoa! Wolfgang, Wolfgang, Wolfgang. Take a look around you. Does this look like a courthouse? This is my home. And all those in my home are my guests. You wouldn't be calling my guests criminals now, would you? Although this adventurer is not just some petty thief. She is suspected of committing treason against the Duchy. If you are thinking of harboring this menace to society, the Ducal Guard will be forced to take action. Action? You want to see some action? Just try laying a finger on one of my guests. You never change, Aldo. Adventurer, if you know what's good for you, you'll come to the Grand Palace and turn yourself in once you're finished here. And don't even think about running. The warrant for your arrest has already been sent out, across Vanadiel. There's nowhere to hide, Elena. Aldo with the save. Wow, so you are a criminal? Let me guess, they dumped you on Promathia as part of your punishment, right? So what do you do? Robbery? Murder? Both? I see you two know each other. Yeah, this shabby looking adventurer washed up dead on my private beach. On my private beach. I helped bring her back to life. Hey, wait a minute. Although, why not asking this lady? She'll tell you I'm not a liar. Alright, Elena, is it true that a small group of survivors has been living on the southern tip of Promathia for the past 20 years? See? Now do you believe me? This thick-headed buffoon wouldn't listen to a word I had to say. Some strange girl comes breaking down my door, screaming the name of my father. Altana rest his soul. What was I supposed to do? What were you supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? The only person I could trust, hell, the only person I knew on the main line was Grezzo. He told me that any time I was in trouble, he and the Tin Shorter would help me out. But now, he's gone and... oh well. You'll still get us a boat so we can go home, right? It's not going to be easy as it sounds. I still have nautical maps charting the way to the sea lion's den, but they're outdated. The currents in that area have changed a lot over the past 20 years. It would take one hell of a navigator to make it to Promathia in one piece. But then again, I only employ the best of the best. You may be in luck. Just a few days ago, another customer came to me asking to take him to Promathia. I was ready to tell him no as well until I saw the bag of gil he was offering. Another customer? Why would anyone else want to go to Promathia? I don't know. I'm not in the business of asking questions, young lady. As long as I get paid, I could care less what he does over there. And I don't care if you tag along, but that's not for me to decide. You have to get the customer's permission. Oh well, as much as I was looking forward to a private cruise, I guess I can't complain. How thoughtful. And you? Why don't you go back to Promathia as well? You could lay low for a while until Wolfgang's cooled off. No way. Elena, if you're a real woman, you'll match your butt up to the Grand Duke Palace and face your crimes. Tough on everyone but yourself, I see. Very well. You will take some time to prepare the ship. I will send a messenger when everything is ready. Until then, why don't you take a look around the city? Got it. Thanks, Aldo. Alright. Now it's time to have some fun. See you, Elena. Maybe we can get together again sometime. If you're still alive. Well, it looks like you should probably turn yourself in. This may be the only chance to try and prove your innocence. Oh crap, so I get 2 cutscenes. Whoops. See, which one do I get first? Okay. We were beginning to wonder when you would arrive. The Duke Vicarious is meeting a messenger from the east as we speak. When she is finished, you shall be next. Until then, you shall be kept in custody. I apologize for the absence of the Grand Duke Kamalnat. I, Eshanantal, shall serve in his stead. I hear that you have come from the Eastern Empire to ask something of our nation. State your name and your request. I am Tenzin, born and raised in the Far East. I serve as a samurai under the mighty dynasty. Lady Eshantarl, may I ask why my audience was not met by the Duke himself? Even after the defeat of the Shadow Lord, the Grand Duke has been overwhelmed with his duties to the people of this land. However, you need not worry. I will take the responsibility of relaying your words directly to Lord Kamalonat. These two shall be witness to that. While short, my message is not a simple one. It is critical to that the Duke fully understands the grave nature of the situation that lies before us. What I am about to say does not only affect my homeland, but the countries to the south and west, as well as this fair land. The emptiness is closing in. It has already appeared in the far reaches of the Eastern Empire. I can assume that the same is true of the outlying areas in the southern and western lands. The phenomenon started small, but in recent months has begun to grow, like a sap ooze slowly from a tree. Emptiness spreads across my country, swallowing whole the hills and forests. As it approaches, the children begin to dream. When it arrives, it is not long before the adults too begin to dream. The dream is always the same. It tells us the keeper of the apocalypse will soon appear and bring with him the end of Vanadiel. The keeper of the apocalypse. A frightening name, is it not? Your report of this darkness, this emptiness, it is not news to us. In recent weeks, there have been reports of similar phenomena occurring in the areas around Juno. However, these reports state that the emptiness, as you call it, is localized. That is why we have chosen to withhold this information from the public until it can be further researched. If it is true that the emptiness has begun to spread, though an immediate investigation may be necessary. Shall the Duki prepare a team? You do not know why the emptiness has appeared? Unfortunately, our scientists have not yet come to any concrete conclusions. If your empire has any definite data, we should be delighted to hear it. Are you suggesting that the cause of emptiness may be found in my land? Do not tell me that you are unaware that the 5 shards of legend rest here. Do not tell me that you are unaware that it is the power of the 5 shards that protects Vanadiel from the emptiness. Tintin of the East. You are very straightforward with your accusations. Let me see. You feel that Juno is the cause of the emptiness growth. You feel that our attempts to harness the power of the crystals have resulted in the spread of darkness. Am I correct? Well, I am sorry to say that you are quite mistaken. Juno is fully aware of the power the crystals radiate forth. The 5 shards, the mother crystals, are what support our world. We, the Duki, have taken it upon ourselves to inherit the will of the ancients and protect the Silartian ruins and the crystals they hold. We have kept this information from the nations of Vastok, Winders, and Sandoria to shield the Mother Crystal from those who may wish to wrongly use their power for personal gain. I see that the Eastern Empire has learned of the crystal's existence, and therefore we can no longer trust you either. Juno cannot allow the power of the Mother Crystals to fall into the hands of those who may exploit it. My country's only wish is to prevent the emptiness from taking away any more than it already has. Seeing with your own eyes, the darkness drained the life from your homeland. I can understand why you may not agree with our nation's stance. Very well. I can tell you one thing. The Duke is currently in search of a boy. And this boy is thought to be connected in some way to the emptiness. Even though he is not one of us, he has already found a way into 3 of the Silartian ruins. The emptiness following in his path. We here believe that this boy is the keeper of the apocalypse of which you speak. A boy? Could he be a messenger from another nation? That we do not know. However, Wolfgang, show the adventure in. This adventure was with the boy when he appeared near the Mother Crystals. She hails from the nation of Sandoria. Sandoria? What could the king be conspiring? Of course, the kingdoms has denied all ties to the boy, as has this adventurer. However, if we learn that Sandoria is behind this threat to the Mother Crystals and the well-being of all those residing on Vanadia, whether allies or not, Juno will be forced to take action against the nation. We will destroy them. But this is still nothing more than speculation. If we had the time to conduct a proper investigation, it would be the first thing we did. Unfortunately, Time is one luxury we do not have. And that is why we must capture the boy immediately to learn of what he knows. Exactly. And that is why I offered you a chance to prove your country's true intent by joining this battle to save your nation. No, all of Vanadiel. Adventurer, travel to the fourth crystal and wait for the boy. When he arrives, capture him and bring him here. Unlike the first three crystals, the fourth lies deep beneath Vanadiel's surface, somewhere below the glaciers of the Northlands. 30 years ago, an allied expedition visited the Northlands. If you could find one of the original members, you may be able to obtain some valuable information. Fragmage M. Mistal of the Knights Mistal in Sandoria. Irokuiru from the Rhinosterian Winders, and Mithril Musketeer Captain Ulrich from Bastok. And this is the Lady Elena, please forgive my hasty departure earlier. I had some time to reflect on my journey here. I think this is the Rhapsodies of Vanadiel cutscene. It's all about the emptiness threatening to consume my land. Oh no, never mind. I surmise that it is intimately connected to the destructive force that threatens to claim the future, just as Gilgamesh was telling me in Orga. The emptiness will have doubtlessly spread from the far east, its tendrils stretching ever westward. I would ask Aroha to tell me what she knows. Yep, this is the Rhapsodies of Vanadiel cutscene. Forgive me for keeping you waiting, Master. Sir Tenzin, the pleasure is mine. I am so glad to see you again. Again? But this is the first time we... Ah, but of course, you mean to say that you have met me in the future. You are the very reason I am able to stand here today. My tears flow like rain when last we parted. You mean to say that I was swallowed up in the emptiness? Not just you, everyone. I thought myself better prepared for this, so such a future does come to pass. Then that means I failed. Sir Tenzin, lift your head. In my era, you and the Master were revered as heroes of the highest caliber. It was not any failure on your behalf. When darkness poured forth from the crystal, there was nothing you could have done to stop it. Secluded on that small island, I was unable to stem the rising tide, and the world was torn asunder. Heavens be good. There is only one thing we can do. We must protect our world. Lady Lina, Lady Aroha, the future is ours for the taking, and I swear to fight until I have drawn my last breath. What? Does it mean to absorb the fire burning in my heart? No, Sir Tenzin. Your passion has brought new life onto the orb. Would that it were sufficient? But the light remains ever pale. You have yet to meet with Lady Prichet, correct? Master, when you recounted tales of your exploits, Lady Prichet was a prominent figure. You oft waxed lyrical about how her prowess was beyond compare. Prichet, who is this woman of whom you speak? Ah, so the two of you have yet to cross paths. This would explain why the orb is scarce, as bright as a torch. Lady Prichet has but recently arrived in Juno. Permit me to seek her out and lead her to the port. Our next destination is clear to us. Master, the fire in Sir Tenton's heart is evident. You must meet with Prichet without delay. I must confess that the only reason I am standing here today to aid you is that I received a benevolent puissance when you and Sir Tenzin visited me on Rising Jima during the ultimate conflict. Yet I must reiterate that I do not exist in this era. My presence has caused the wheel of fate to spin, and I fear that it may not come to rest in an advantageous position. Yet, should you remain ever unflinching as you tackle this most arduous of journeys, then perhaps my appearance here matters not, and you will be able to lead us to a brighter future. Master, I shall head to the port while you search for Lady Prichet. So that was the oh, still not done. Please let me rest here until we meet Lady Prichet. Okay, so okay. So this is gonna be pretty long. If I go any further, is there a crystal behind you here? So this is the Sandorian Cathedral. Together with the Promathia Cathedral, they form the pillars of our faith. If anyone is truly attempting to open the gates of paradise, I am certain it is someone in there. Have you lost your way on the path of life? Come, listen to our sermon. Let us be your guide to the light of paradise. What is this? You wish to know of the multinational expedition and its search for the gate of the gods? That is quite odd. Not but a few moments ago another came asking the same question. I believe her name was Omnia. Is she an acquaintance of yours? Yes. I see. Umia too wished to learn more of the Gate of the Gods, so I recommended that she attend the upcoming sermon on the subject. Yes, by all means, you may attend as well. My sermon will begin momentarily. Eschew all desire and embrace Altana. Only then will she bless you in her glory. That is all for today's sermon. May paradise open its gates to you. I am grateful to have been given the opportunity to hear your sermon. However, there are still many things I do not understand. Would you be so kind to spare a few moments to answer my questions? Of course, my child. What is it you wish to know? When I was young, I often heard the stories of paradise, a legendary land where the gods slumber. A gate leading to that land discovered by the ancients. However, according to the stories I heard, the ancients angered the Twilight God by attempting to open the forbidden gate. As punishment, he cast a terrible curse upon them all. If this hideous tale is true, then why is the Sandorian Cathedral attempting to convince people that we should open the gates? Or has the cathedral discovered a method to soothe the wrath of the gods? I must assume that you are not of our kingdom. That is correct. I was born in the Marquisate of Promathia and baptized by the Promathian Cathedral. Our church too teaches of the gates of the gods, the gates of paradise. However, we are told it is a line that the children of Vanadil have been forbidden to cross. The exact opposite of what the Sandorian Cathedral teaches. For the past 20 years, we have searched tirelessly for an entrance to paradise. And it is during that search we realized that the only path to soothing the Twilight God's wrath is to eschew all desire and embrace Altana. And that is all? I apologize, but I must prepare for my next sermon. If you wish to learn more, inquire with one of the high priests. It is the life work of our missionaries to enlighten. May they lead you in the direction of truth. Welcome, travelers. Even after listening to the Baikerski's sermon, you still have questions regarding paradise? Very well, please step this way and I will try to quench your thirst for knowledge. This is the Cathedral Reliquary. It was built in remembrance of one of our former paps, Malkovate Koshiret. During his papacy, the papsky devoted himself to healing the wounds of the heart in the hearts of men, wounds left by the flames of war. The Dawn Goddess watched over him and his work and blessed him with her glory. However, that is not all she gave him. Before his passing, Altana showed the path to paradise. The path to paradise? Yes, his final words told us that to obtain paradise, one must eschew all desire and embrace the Dawn Goddess. For many years we believed that the path to paradise and gates guarding it were things that actually existed on Vanadiel. The cathedral scoured through the ancient tomes and documents in our vaults, went to war with other nations. I have heard that Sandoria even attacked the Tamnazian cathedral, all this to find a paradise that was only meant to exist in our hearts. Instilling fear to find a land where mankind could live without fear, the paradox ultimately put distance between us and Altana. But thanks to the teachings of Makubate, we have realized the error of our ways and thus made it our mission to enlighten our brothers and sisters regarding the true path to paradise. Do you understand? Yes, I believe I do. However, I have one last question. How are we to break free from the curse of the Twilight God? That is, it is forbidden to speak of the abhorrent one. Of all things, you should know this well, child of Tamnazia. Travelers, you need not worry. It is our duty to serve Altana and introduce her blessed light to the unfortunate masses. If we follow the teachings of the Dawn Goddess and do not stray the path of righteousness, the chains of evil will be broken and the gates of paradise will be opened. Yes, I see now. Thank you very much for your kindness in explaining this all to us. No, you need not thank me. I am simply pleased to know that you now understand the truth behind paradise. Wait, you said that you seek the Royal Knight Frank Mage Mistal, did you not? If I am not mistaken, I recall a section of Jugna Forest known as Carpenter's Landing being owned by the Knights Mistal. I do not believe you will be able to reach the manor, but you may find some of his hands by the water collecting firewood. So to Jugna Forest. Ow. You wish to know the night, Miss Tao? You're just like everyone else, a maggot looking for a scandal. Well, it's time for you to squash another worm. That was cute. That was cute. How could you defeat? Come, strike me down. I am not afraid of death. There's nothing I could want more than to die in the service of my master. Stop this foolishness. Sir Luberance. You truly feel your actions here today will please Count Frank Mage? Noble adventurer, please forgive this man. The knights Mistal were once a proud family of knights until certain happenings with the kingdom left the count's name scarred with disgrace. The family vowed revenge. However, without a target for that revenge, they were never able to prove their innocence, and their nobility was stripped from them. As you are quite aware, Sandoria is a country built upon honor. 30 years have passed since ill fate befell the Knights of Mistel, but the contempt towards the family remains. And now I'm just an old man. What answers have you come in search today? What do you wish to know of the Count? Ah, the multinational expedition to the Northlands. What were they searching for? I assume their purpose was to investigate the gates of paradise. Detailed information on the subject can more than likely be found in the Sandorian Cathedral. However, even if they did exist, not even a marquis, let alone a count, could lay his eyes on the documents without direct permission from the Papsk. Although things were quite different when the cathedral was led by the former Papsky, Mukavet. Mukavet Kushiret had strong ties with Count Kafel. While the Count passed away many years ago, his wife, Hinari, still lives alone in their manor in southern Sandoria. Perhaps you know something that may be of use to you. If you mention my name, she should be delighted to assist you. Take my words, adventurer, in exchange of the forgiveness of these old men's sins, until we meet again. I believe this is a survival guide. Oh no. Let's try a different route. Alright, whatever. Make it easier on myself. You say you met with Louverant? I was a young fellow. I see. He rarely visits anymore. Perhaps I have been so worried. If anything were to happen to him, my late husband would be devastated. The multinational expedition? Why? I've not heard that name for 30 years. Yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. Back then, my husband and I lived in a manor just outside of the village of Laval, though I think the area is called Davoy now. There was a monastery in the center of the village. When Monkavet the Popsky at the time visited the monastery, he would often stop by our residence. I recall His Holiness mentioning that the expedition was called to ascertain certain information brought forth by the Bastocan's government. At the time, the Humes claimed that there was a powerful force of some sort hidden deep within the forbidden Northlands. Of course, the Papsky could not fully believe the stories of those conniving Bastokers. However, it was my husband who suggested that this powerful force could be the gates of paradise. Lady Hinari, so you mean to say the cathedral had located the gates? Why, it is. Oh, how our little guest from Promathia has grown, and just look at how beautiful you become. I can assume that this adventure is your acquaintance. I apologize for my intrusion, Lady Hinari. When I heard you speak of the gates of paradise, I could not control myself. It's all right, my child. I'm just so overwhelmed. I never imagined that we would meet again. What was it been, 20 years? Yes, and I must once again express my greatest thanks for the kindness you showed me then. Oh, such a display of humility is not necessary. According to Mildorion Guillemette, you were a very special guest. I can still hear her words. Please welcome into your home the world-renowned minstrel, Lady Ulmia. You were still so young. I wonder how and when you had become world-renowned. It was then you told me that you were traveling with the Cardinal as you wished to see Vanadia. Again, I apologize. Yes, I remember now. Was there not another young lady with you? Oh, I am so sorry. I was not thinking. I did not realize that she... No, that is all right. She is still alive. She managed to escape the flames of the war with me. Oh, it's so relieving to hear that another child, Vanadia, has been blessed by the light of the dawn goddess. Yes, things were much better 30 years ago, when both Monkavet and Mildorion were still with us. They would sit in the study with my husband and chatter till the wee hours of the morning, discussing the existence of the gates of paradise. Lady Hinari, would it be too much to ask what you know of the gates? The reason I have traveled here from Promathia is to inquire with the cathedral on that subject. The explanation given to the masses was more vague and misleading than any of my canticles. I have heard tales that the explanation was a message from Altana, given to the Papsky in his deathbed. However, I have also heard much to contradict this. Please tell me if there is more to the story. Ulmia, paradise is a beautiful place, a magnificent place with neither death nor fear. When my village was attacked by the orcs, the bloody hands of destiny ripped my husband away from me. The faith in paradise and the paths instilled in me, that is what saved my life. You sing the words of the heart, Ulmia. You should know that the truth is not what always saves us. But if it is the only thing that offers salvation, then there is nothing more important. Cardinal Meldarion told me that the courage to face the truth is what will ultimately save us. The Cardinal said that? Very well. There's one thing that His Holiness mentioned when I visited him after he had fallen ill. I was forced to abandon the truth. Abandon the truth? The look on his face when he told me this was that of a man who was standing at the gates of the afterlife. I did not have the courage to ask him what he meant by his words. I cannot know if the truth which Sapavsky spoke of had any relation to the gates of paradise. However, it was not long after this meeting that the Cardinal Mildarion revoked her own nobility and disappeared from the kingdom. Now that I think of it, this event may have some relation with Mokaved's words. The Cardinal revoked her nobility? When did this occur? Nearly 20 years ago, of course. I believe it was just a few days after the Orc surprise attack on the Marquisate. Did you not know? No, I do not. I thought Cardinal Mildarion was a victim of the assault. The last time I saw her, she was standing in Promathia as it crumbled and burned. It seems as if the light of Altana has blessed the Cardinal as well. Yes, it does. Lady Hinari, do you happen to know where she headed after revoking her nobility? That I do not know. However, I did hear that the cathedral has sent a knight to investigate her whereabouts. That knight's name is Louverance, one of the direct descendants of the former Knights Mistal. I say former because the family was stripped of its royalty years ago. It is said that Louverance himself was once a member of the Royal Knights. Abandon the truth. Is that truth connected in some way with the gates of paradise, or could it be something else? Truth of the expedition, perhaps? And Cardinal Mildarion? I never knew she was still alive. But if it is true, why has she not returned to Promathia? Has she forgotten about us? About me? Alright, so that ends the Sandorian leg. And that's where I'm going to call it. That's where I'm going to end it. It's getting interesting. I'm really liking the Chains of Promathia storyline. Well, in any case, I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.